Good morning. Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. Today I have a book review of My Sister's Grave by Robert Dugoni. This is my first foray into Robert Dugoni's works. This was a book that was published in 2014, and it is in the genre of suspense, mystery, thriller. This is the first book in the Tracy Crosswhite series. I didn't even know this was a series, as this was a gift from my friend Molly, who I refer to as Meredith from The Office, and we'll just leave it at that. But this book was really good. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it really started out with a bang, grabbed my attention. The plot, everything, the premise of it all seemed to be right in that thriller genre, and it grabbed me and held my attention really well. So let's break this down. The summary of this book really revolves around Tracy Crosswhite. She grows up to be a homicide detective in Seattle. She's very kind of haunted by the disappearance of her sister, which was 20 years earlier. They were very close. Both of them shot competitively in these like shooting competitions for speed and accuracy. And she becomes abducted, and when her remains kind of come up 2 decades later, are found, then it compels Tracy to dig her heels in and try to figure out what the truth was and try to uncover what was going on and what really happened with her sister. And she is under the inclination that they have the wrong man, that they convicted the wrong man in Edmund House, who is sitting in jail for the murder of Sarah. And so that's kind of the premise of the story. It goes down many different plot threads. The setting that takes place in the state of Washington. Tracy currently resides in Seattle. Most of the book and the premise and the lead up and the history all revolves around a town called Cedar Grove. And so your main characters are Tracy Crosswhite. We have Roy Calloway, who is the sheriff and friend of Tracy's father, who is James Crosswhite. Obviously, Sarah, the deceased, is Tracy's sister. You have Edmund House, who is the convicted murderer. And you have a childhood friend and now turned lawyer, Dan O'Leary. And those are kind of the main characters involved. There's definitely some other characters as well. But in terms of what I liked about this book, I thought it was really, really done. The opening is really fast-paced. I really like how Dugoni's writing, it reminds me a lot of a mix between Grisham and a mix between James Patterson. He has really short chapters, which is very Patterson-esque. And then there's some legal aspect in this book, along with the mystery and thriller that had huge remnants of John Grisham. So I really enjoyed that. I also like the fact that it mixes kind of like these flashbacks. And so you're getting Tracy's story and where she is today and what's going on when her sister's bones are discovered, but you're getting these flashbacks to what led up to what transpired and what happened in around that time. And so it's kind of like two stories within a story type thing. And I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really well done. I really liked those narrative shifts between past and present. And I thought it was really well done by Dugoni. I liked the fact that there is a main female protagonist. I don't get that a lot in a lot of the books I read. Being a male reader, a lot of the stories are male dominated, especially in some of the series I read. So this was an interesting perspective, and I enjoyed it. I thought it had really great twists. I really liked the climax of the book. Even though I kind of knew how some of the things were going to shake out, I thought it was really, really well done. In terms of dislikes, my only criticism, I thought my only criticism really here is it's pretty obvious who ultimately was the killer. I didn't find that to be mind-blowing, or was I taken back like, oh, that I did not expect that. It was pretty obvious. I don't think it detracts from the book because I think it's a great story. There's no real memorable quotes, but I really did like the shooting competition stuff with Tracy and her sister. I also enjoyed the epilogue, because it goes back to that. So it's really booking kind of well, the story was. In terms of rating, I gave this a 4.5. I thought it was a great first entry. Again, I didn't know this was a series, so obviously I know you're dying to know, am I going to read more? Absolutely, I will. I will definitely pick up book 2 and 3 and see how those go. I know Goodreads rated this like a 4.1, which I thought was pretty low, but again, I don't hold Goodreads scores in that high of regard. I thought it was again, I'll give credit. I know she's dying for me to give her credit, but yes, Molly did a great job recommending this. She was the one that recommended I get more Harry Potter on the channel. So yeah, her recommendations have been pretty good so far. But anyways, I really enjoyed this story. I hope this maybe will inspire you to read, especially if you like female protagonists. I thought this was really well done. And be on the lookout. I'll probably pick up a couple other entries in this series and review them on the channel in the future. So I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.